Dude, honestly, the social media spot was so good.
And dude,
I guess everybody knows he's going to lose.
Well, he could have got that one lucky
shot.
It's not when you...
Welcome back to another edition of the MACKDOWN Podcast. We are at episode 64, and it's your boy AJ. I'm in studio this week, and that is awesome. That is cool. Who's with me? Well, I got Mr. Mackie.
I got Mr. Mackie.
I was trying to do the Vince, the Briscoe, I should say.
Mr. Mackie.
I was Mr. Mackie, MacD.
That's me.
I got the queen herself, Kimmy.
Hello, that is me.
Bow down to
the queen. And of course, the bearded one, the bearded wonder. He's got the beard. He got the hair to match. I'm so jealous of him. He's got more than me. It is Mr. B.
Thank you.
And that rhymed. I like it.
He's got more than me.
I try.
He's got more than me. It's Mr. B.
It's Mr. B. Mr. B. Oh, man. So what a week this has been. 10 o'clock in the morning we're getting up now for premium live events.
I don't hate it, man.
Well, getting up at 10. No, I mean, it starts at 10.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we're rolling right out of bed and getting there, man. I got up a little early, went to Krispy Kreme, came back, and it was like the show was starting.
I know, right? It's almost like football. It's kind of like football out here. It's like you just wake up, you got maybe an hour, and boom, the show's on.
And it's weird because we're all East Coasters by like, you know, where we were raised at.
I would say I lived in the East Coast longer than anywhere else.
Right. So you're used to that, you know, 2 o'clock game and the 1 o'clock, you know, that time frame.
Yeah, 1 o'clock. That starts football day.
Right.
Yeah.
Eastern
time.
Eastern, right. But yeah, so we're and then we had daylight savings last night, so we're back in Kimmy loves that. She's like, I'm a farmer.
That's got to change.
Look.
And it's got to change back before they make it permanent, too.
I agree with that, because, like, I don't mind, like, the spring forward time frame, because then it stays darker later. I like that.
You mean it stays lighter later?
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
I agree.
It gets darker earlier with this.
Yeah, because I don't like getting off work at 5 o'clock and it's already dark.
Yeah, it's pitch black when you go and pitch black when you get home. It's bullshit.
Your light is spent working.
Dude, it's the most depressing time of the year. Cold winter.
Wow. It's
bitter
the most
winter.
Depressing time of the year.
Yeah, so let's shorten the days because fucking why not? It's just dark always.
Well, the longest
it's just always dark in the most depressing time of the year. It's like, fuck. It's like, come on, man.
It's just cold. How can this be the most depressing time? You give gifts, you eat a lot of food.
Bro, it's because it's dark
That's why
and
it's in
cold.
wintertime.
It's dark and cold.
That's why there's Christmas in the wintertime.
Winter's coming. Oh, it's just to make it a little bit more cheerful to get through?
Yeah. I mean, what? You get, 7 months, 8 months, depending on weather change and shit.
Well, it depends on where you live, because, you know, if you're in Alaska, you don't get 7 or 8 months of fun.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, that's the weather, ladies and gentlemen. Now back to the news. The news. But yeah, like I said, it's crazy week in wrestling. We had all types of things happening, setting up for Crown Jewel, which happened, as we said, Saturday.
Yeah, it did. It was a thing.
It was a thing. You know, great card. Your main event, of course, was Roman and Logan, and that kind of rhymed. That's awesome. You know, we had a lot of stuff happen there, a lot of live tweets.
Let's just jump right into it.
Ready to jump right into it?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Well, let's jump
recap
in with the first one. Brock, Bobby, one-on-one, the match we were waiting for. The big match of the 20 years that's been ducking and diving and ditching and duck.
I was going to say, you were the one who really wanted to see this,
I
so
did.
what did you think about it?
Okay, I thought it was a piece of crap at the end. And that was horrible. The ending was terrible, bro.
They should have. It looked like they were trying to do the Brett finish, where he kind of kicks off the ropes and then kind of rolls backwards,
which is fine,
and then pins his shoulders,
which is fine. But if it didn't work the first time, why don't you just get up, kick out, and do it again? I'm sorry. Let's clean it up.
Brock's like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here, bro.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
Let's go home for real.
For real. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they both got on that
Let's
plane.
go home, because I want to go home.
Well, yeah. And
that's what he's saying.
After what happened last time, they all got stuck out there and stuff. Brock didn't like that.
Well, no, they didn't get stuck.
Well, yeah, well.
He didn't get stuck.
Right.
Vince didn't get stuck.
Fumble.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
The
what
rest
happened.
of the fucking roster
Yeah.
got stuck.
Definitely, and it looked like a fumble when he did drop on his back like that, and he still counts as a 3. It was horrible.
I'm gonna disagree with you, man, and here's why.
Please show your work.
So first of all,
Crossing the leg.
Bobby dominated the match, basically the whole match.
Bobby kicked his ass, bro.
He dominated the whole fucking thing. Within a few things here and there,
Yeah,
it was like 80-20.
Yes,
as far as
I
like
agree.
offense goes.
It was Medicare. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so there was one bad little spot there at the end, which happened to be the finish, which is what 99% of the people remember, right?
Right.
But here's the thing. It was one of those deals where it was a slip up. Bobby was just looking to really just beat him down. He got a little complacent. They can tell that story. You
Yeah,
know
and he
what I'm
beat his
saying?
ass after the match. Even after it was over, he still beat him up.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, man. You know what? We're going to continue the story. We're going to get this at Survivor Series.
Ooh, you think so?
This is going to go to this is going to go all the way to Survivor Series.
Okay, Nostradamus.
That's my prediction.
I don't-
And then Bobby gets his win clean. Yeah, man. Establish some folks, man. I know Bobby's kind of already,
Passed a little bit,
but you
He's
can
gonna
do
be
the
there-
same for him that Undertaker did for Brock in that situation.
because he's at that same level where
Yeah.
you got a few more good years in you. Brock is like
Primetime years.
right? Primetime years,
Right.
where we've already established you as a dominant champion with a mid-card title and a world title.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Kim,
Yep.
what do you think?
Well, I unfortunately missed that match.
Oh, that's
I
right.
didn't get to see it, so that's why I was like, tell me what happened, because I unfortunately didn't get to see that one.
Right.
It
yeah.
was a Bobby dominant match. Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting
it
them to
was.
start with that match, to be
Me
honest. So that's why I
either.
was kind of doing shit, and then I came in, and it was like, oh, Bobby Brock. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
They should have started with the women's tag team match.
You always say that. You've always said that. You always want either a tag or a women's match
But
as your
that's-
first match
But
of the
at-
show.
At the same time,
I
you
want-
gotta think, it's fucking.
Or Dolph.
It's just Brock doesn't want to be there as much as he doesn't have
What?
to be
Beware.
in Saudi.
in Saudi.
Oh,
Soon
okay,
as- soon
okay,
as,
yes.
like okay, let's do our match.
I thought
and
you
get
meant the WWE.
the,
I
get
got
the
you.
fuck out of here as quickly as possible. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
guarantee you, he went straight from the ring to the back and then
Got
right
his
to.
shit. His shit was already
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
car.
dude, that fucking jet was fired up, waiting on him.
Yeah.
I bet it was
Gas, fuel. I mean, that's
They
what
got- yeah,
22
Drinks,
22 hour
cigars, already ready to go.
22 hour flight.
He's like, I will be on first.
yeah. And here's the great part about it. After the plane ride from hell, you know he bought his own plane.
He did too. He damn sure did.
Yep. He's like never again. You know that tells
Dude,
you.
that got him so much heat too. By the way,
and look at the man he is today.
I'm just saying, dude. If you have the opportunity to fly and not have to worry about any bullshit,
Yeah.
dude,
And
give me that all day.
and
And
here's
that's
the
why a
crazy
lot of
part.
them do the buses too.
He leased it first. He was doing a lease, and then he was like, "What's the point of leasing? What's the point of renting when I could just buy?"
Yep.
I don't blame you. Shout out to you, Brock, for being a smart businessman at what 26,
If that.
if that.
It's expensive though.
Well, I mean, when you
Oh
got
my
it,
God,
bro.
It's so expensive.
Well, I know how it is, Mr. B. But you know,
Hey, if you can afford it, fuck it, man.
yeah, Mr. B, if you can afford it, I get it.
Well, no, you got to figure in the maintenance, the crew, the pilot.
So how much do you pay about?
Not that much. I fucking go coach.
He said not that much.
Brock ain't a coach kind of guy,
Yeah,
though.
Brock
man.
Well, no shit, but
He's
I'm just
too big
saying.
for coach.
I'm just saying, if you figure up everything,
Mm-hmm.
renting is probably cheaper in that.
Yeah, because it's
Aspect.
included.
He bought
because
that
it's-
motherfucking
because
plane
it's
outright,
included.
bro. He bought the plane
Oh
outright.
yeah, he definitely did. But he's
Yeah.
talking about. I know what he's talking about, and this will be the
The
last.
cost over
The
lifetime.
overhead cost to
Yeah.
keep it going, like fuel. He's got to
He
pay
don't
for that
give a
fuel.
shit.
Yeah,
He's
paying
a
for the fuel. He's
multi-
paying for the pilot. He's
multi-millionaire.
paying for if he has like any kind of flight crew.
And
Really?
but
I
you got to
mean,
think about
hey,
it. If he uses that
would you-
plane
would
like
you
10 to
like
15
the
times a year,
maintenance on
But
the
would
flight,
you
the
rather
plane?
do that and just be you and yours, or be like around a bunch of fucking people, snot-nosed kids?
I would still rent my own fucking private jet. Yeah, but I wouldn't.
He
buy
bought
one.
he bought his own though.
but I think it's cheaper to buy it. But I think the maintenance would be more expensive.
Well, here's the thing,
'cause
you
you
gotta-
gotta maintain that thing every fucking day.
And
Whereas
you gotta
out
play-
parts
you
on
gotta
it,
have
it's gotta be
somewhere to
placed
put
every
it.
hour.
You got to have somewhere
Oh,
to
that's
put
right.
it.
Yeah, you
gotta
can't just
store
park that
it.
in the backyard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so much involved in a plane. It's almost like buying a boat, just a little bit more expensive than a boat.
Well, yeah, because a boat you can keep in the crib at the
yeah,
house.
if you
can't
have
keep,
place for it.
You
Yeah.
can't keep you can't keep your plane at the house.
No, you can't.
You can't just
I'm just saying,
yeah.
it's just a lot to.
I don't think
Some
Brock.
people-
Brock's
think
probably
Brock's
like, I'm gonna
scared.
pay for my comfort, and whatever it costs, I don't even care.
Hey,
Money to him is like, who cares? He's got so much money in the bank.
and here's probably the thing about it. He probably makes other people. Hey, you riding with me? Okay. You know, that's 20 grand that you're sitting
I was
over
gonna
there,
say,
right?
you're gonna have to pay for some gas.
You got to
on
get
this
some
one,
gas.
buddy.
Oh man, imagine that. Yo, you got some gas money.
I got your alcohol. You got the gas.
Yeah, jeez, gas on a plane. Was that like 150-gallon tank or
Dude,
something like that?
Who knows?
And it's not even gas, so it's going to cost more. It's jet fuel.
It's jet fuel. That's right. That's the shit you get at
That's what I'm
Conoco
saying,
93
dude.
and shit.
Rent.
He said rent.
There's just so much cost involved in that shit, man. It's ridiculous.
All right, Mr. B, you talked me into it. Mike's like, nope. If I had the
buy mine,
means,
yeah.
I'm buying.
No, I'm sorry, man. You
5
gotta have,
million.
You would have to have established income.
I was gonna
Well,
say,
yeah, I mean,
if
if you're
money's
thinking-
not an option, or if
Of
money's
course,
not an
Well,
object.
If
it
we're
depends. It depends.
Like if we
No,
won
if-
this
I mean,
if
I
Powerball,
it's
had-
a lottery thing, you
if
Yeah.
I had Brock Lesnar's money, I'm buying a fucking private jet. That's all I'm saying. You're a multi-millionaire.
and I mean, you using it for business purposes. It's
Yeah, he
technically-
can write off
You
a
can
lot
write
of
off
it.
a lot of that.
Mr.
yeah.
B, did you see the match or no?
I seen most of it, and it was a dominant
Bobby.
Bobby match.
Hmm.
It was good.
But Brock
I mean,
won.
but Brock
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
still, I don't even think it technically should have been one because it didn't look like Bobby's
His shoulders
shoulder
weren't
wasn't
even
all the way
down.
up.
Oh well, I
yeah.
mean, there's the storyline for the future, I guess.
He had him
Right.
in the
I
hurt
got
lock.
cheated.
He had him in the hurt lock, and when he went back, instead of Brock kicking his legs over, he just laid.
He just laid on top of him. And
So
got
Laid
the
on
pin.
top of
So I
him.
mean, I get it. You know, that's a
And
big.
Bobby
ass,
wrapped him up too
but that's
with his
but
legs.
and not to mention that's a big ass boy. You know what I mean? It's not like like
That's a big ass boy.
it's not like it's like Bryan Danielson falling on you or Sammy Guevara falling on you. It's Brock. That's 320 something pounds.
Like I said, Bobby in the match, storyline wise, in my opinion, the way that finish happened, he was more in the moment of trying to hurt Brock than he was worried about
Trying to
getting
win?
pinned. Because he's like, I still got him in the fucking hurt lock. You know what I mean? But
I think if Brock would have tapped and the 3 count would have happened, that would have been a better story.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't
Just-
hate the finish, man. I don't hate it.
Just to be the guy that said, hey,
It continues the story, and if this means we get Brock and Bobby some more, fucking sign me up. I'm all in.
Because you think about it, Bobby put down Drew and put him to sleep in the Hurt Lock at Mania for the title.
Yeah. He
And
sure
this is-
fucking did.
And this is a guy who pinned Brock at Mania for the championship. We're talking about Drew.
Yeah.
And Bobby put him to sleep.
Mhm.
So I'm liking Bobby's chance. Yeah, I said it like that. To sleep. Yeah, I love it.
All
All right.
Speaking of loving.
Yeah, speaking of loving, I love that this match should have been first.
Damage Control versus Bliss and Asuka.
For the titles.
For the championship.
For the newly won.
Yeah. So setting up the story. Bliss and Asuka won the titles on Monday.
Yeah, they finally came back
Which-
from their fucking who knows how many week hiatus.
Right, which
Yeah,
is funny
thanks.
for fantasy purposes because none of this
Uh-huh.
counted for either one of the people who had these
No.
people.
No.
So, so they win the tag team titles on Raw. I mean, it was nice. It was big.
Was it?
Apparently winning the women's tag team titles is the biggest thing in wrestling right now because you get a firework and royalty display.
Hey, I'm here for it, man.
Of course you're.
I'm here for all tag team wrestling.
Yeah, I know you love you some tag team. So, with that being said, the titles are in a line in a rematch. Damage Control, Alexa and Asuka. What'd you guys think?
Bodysuit.
Yeah, lots of
Bodysuits all over the place.
Of course.
Well,
What they
yeah,
were.
equality.
Yeah,
Equality.
it matters.
It matters.
I like the match.
Okay.
It was kind of,
Wonky.
just a smidge. It wasn't as wonky as the one we'll get into in a little bit, but it was kind of wonky, man.
I was
I
confused
don't
by your
care.
statement.
I don't care for Alexa and Asuka as a tag champion.
Me either. I don't like them
care
as a
for
team.
their team. If you notice, before they went out there, when Alexa was talking, Bray's little fucking shit popped up and glitched on the screen while she was talking.
Yeah, it
and she
was-
kind of sold it a little bit, looking at it like, the fuck was that? And then went right back to what she was saying.
And she doesn't have the doll anymore.
Bullshit. They still fucking show the big virtual doll every time she comes
fuck.
out.
She
Yeah.
doesn't bring it to the ring with her.
So it's like, okay, if we're going to do that,
For now.
let's fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? If that's where we're going with Alexa, cool. Let's go. Let's get the fuck away from whatever this bullshit is that she's doing.
So you're ready for it now, rather than.
Yes.
So then that means that we would need her to have some better backup then, meaning
I
Bianca.
think they need. Well, okay.
Go ahead.
Before
We're getting a
we
little
get
far
in,
off
yeah, I was
there.
gonna say before we get into the whole thing, because I do want to talk about Bray after we get done talking about this, if we can remember.
Write it
And
down.
I think you got something to say too. We might be on the same
Just
page.
write it down.
There's something I want to say too
Yeah, go
before
ahead and
we
just add it.
finish
Just
with
add it.
the pay-per-view as well.
Okay.
Yeah, add it to your list.
Here, I'll add it right now. You
Because
guys.
we can edit.
All right, continue.
Yeah. Meow meow. Meow mix.
Well, I'm dead.
Oh, jeez.
God.
Hang on.
I'm
Hey.
I hope
glad.
not.
I'm glad.
Whoa.
I'm I'm
We took the
glad.
signs down.
I'm glad Damage Control won. That's all I
Same.
have to say. They deserve to have it more so than.
Well, here's the deal. I feel like they're established more as a team right now. I am all for Asuka versus Io in a one-on-one program eventually. But as of right now, I feel like Damage Control, utilizing that tag team and establishing those championships, I think works perfectly. You don't have
Yes.
anybody else that's really an established team that you're putting, unless you bring the girls up from NXT or if
Yeah.
you bring up, you know what I
And
mean.
that's fine, and you can pepper
you
them
can-
in,
and here's the
because
deal.
that title travels.
I personally,
maybe not now.
Well, I personally think the girls from NXT, excuse me, the ladies from NXT, Caden Carter, is that it? Cadence.
Oh, the champs right
yeah,
now.
yeah, them.
Yeah.
I personally think.
Well, it's what is she? What is she calling herself now? Katana,
Okay, yes, but you know who I'm talking about. I think you guys know
Casey
who-
Catanzaro, and
Yes.
fucking whatever Carter. I don't remember. her
Katana
first name.
Carter or something like that. So I think personally they coming up as the next threat for the tag team titles, I think will work rather than them just trying to throw two people together. Establish some tag teams. Give us some tag teams.
Let me
Sasha,
ask.
Naomi.
That's not until Rumble. You know, we have to realize that's not until either after Survivor Series leading into Rumble or from Rumble to Mania.
I'm gonna ask this question real quick. I know it's kind of off topic, but it just popped in. So what you're talking about the tag teams and all that? Would the Dusty Classic work on the main roster level? Do you
No.
think that they could elevate that to the main roster and have like a Dusty Cup
I mean, you
to
can
have all around all fucking? So you got WWE, SmackDown, Raw, NXT. Just have it all peppered in through the whole thing.
I personally think it being an NXT gives NXT that uniqueness. I feel like it's unique for them because of where Dusty, the ladder.
Because you can also establish tag teams that way too.
Right, and you can say, hey, the winners of the Dusty Cup get a tag team title shot
Yep.
for any title across
Exactly.
the WWE
Well, why couldn't
brand.
they use
see?
King of the Ring in that way?
Well, I mean, that's for SummerSlam purposes, though.
It used to be. I hope that's kind of where they go with
I
it.
think it is
but,
where they're going with it again because the way it's placed right after.
I mean, having you got a men and women's King of the Ring tournament now.
Yeah, Queen of the Ring and
King and Queen of the Ring.
Mhm.
I wonder if you could do a
And I
tag
think-
team version of that.
And you know what? I think they should change the pay-per-view to King Queen of the Ring or something.
Royalty of the Ring.
Maybe that Royal Court. Change it to the Royal Court. Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
Crown.
And then you'd have to
of the
tie them
Ring.
together, it sounds like.
well, maybe Crown. Yeah, maybe the real Crown Jewel should be. If they ever bring it back from the state, bring it back here. You crown your king. You crown your king and queen at Crown Jewel. Damn, that was hard to say.
That's a tongue twister.
I mean, that would
I would like
give it
that.
like because then you have your number one contender for SummerSlam.
Right, and you can do that in Saudi. Sure, I'm cool with that.
I wonder how much longer they're going to continue that.
Well, even when it's done out there in Saudi, you can bring it back here. I mean, because here's the deal: when you're out there at Crown Jewel in Saudi, you know it's the whole royalty shit anyway. You got the princes and the Prince of Persia and all these other different members of the royal family out there. Might as well crown a king and a queen out there.
Maybe
Yeah.
that might offend them.
What?
Who knows?
Because they're not. You know what I mean? They're not the
But
ones.
it's of the
being
ring. It's not.
right.
God, but I didn't even think about that. You're right. You could be right. I mean, think Sami Zayn can't go out there because religious purposes. Mustafa Ali didn't even have a damn match out
I was
there.
gonna say
Speaking
it's-
of,
yeah.
I got a negative for Sammy the 1 week I have him on my fucking team. Isn't that some bullshit?
Yeah, dude.
Wasn't he
I
on
did
Raw?
that same thing.
Well, he didn't show for the pay-per-view.
Or SmackDown. Well,
He was on
didn't-
SmackDown.
Well, so I'm not getting like a weekly
Yeah,
negative,
yeah,
but
he was.
like I'm getting negative for the
Oh, you mean
pay-per-view.
you're just taking points back?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
all the scores are up to date, though. The only thing is Rampage.
So you want to?
So if anybody wants to
I can do that. If you
look
wanna
at the
put-
Rampage results,
just put them points.
I was gonna say I can put it on. However you guys want to do that. But anyway. But yes, to get back on track here.
Yeah. So the women's tag team.
rolling all night long.
So overall, the women's tag team championship match, I felt the match was good. I felt like they've all got good chemistry. But the Asuka Bliss train, I think we're done with that.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on from that.
Move on from that.
Yeah.
And I think let's bring out another tag team that's not Sasha and Naomi yet, but give us another contention tag team that's a real one. I mean, shit. At this point, give me Nia and Tamina if that ever happened again. You know what
Here's
I mean?
the thing,
Or-
man. If they're gonna do the women's tag division, dude, like you said, let's establish real fucking tag teams,
Yeah,
dude.
you
Like
got Natalya and-
matching gear. I mean, the whole bit. Let's go all the way with it, dude.
And here's the deal: you had Natty and Tamina as legit tag team champs for Mania and
yeah,
stuff.
but they
Bring
just threw
back.
them together, man. You know,
Okay.
those again. If they're gonna do that, be a tag team. I don't want to be seeing no fucking singles matches with Natalya and whoever the fuck.
Well,
tag
you
team
can
matches
have those.
only.
You can have those, but
If it's telling the story to
of the
fight
match,
another
yes,
tag team,
Yes.
that's fine. But if they're tag teams, I want to see them in tag team matches. I don't want
Right.
to see them in singles matches.
When the
It's
Hart
too confusing.
Foundation was a tag team, a real legit tag team unit,
They didn't have
they
singles
didn't
matches.
have single matches, or if they did, they were relevant to whatever team they were fighting at that time.
Right.
I get it. And then eventually, if Brett, when he went on his own, it was
Right,
a
and then
story.
it splits up. Yeah, you split up and then you go on your own. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. However,
Yeah, the women's tag team division is still in disarray. So, guys, any additional thoughts on that women's tag match, Mr. B? Kim?
Nah, not really.
I mean, they're trying their best to build it up at this point, but
yeah, I appreciate the effort. I really do. Like, keep it going because it's going strong. I'm really happy with the
I'm-
choice that they're
I'm
picking
ready
their
for
titles.
what's that other team? Oh,
Jesus.
okay. What's that other team from NXT? Toxic Attraction. That's another team that I can see coming up.
Yeah, see, I mean,
You know
we're,
what I
we're
mean?
building the division like
division.
it's gaining steam. So,
And then there's another women's tag down there, isn't it?
well, they got what's her name, Zoe Stark and your girl, fucking
not my
Nikita
girl,
Lyons.
but you always say my girl when you say that's Cam's girl. Okay, my girl is Zoe. Cam's girl is Nikita Lyons with her splitting tackle box thing.
the Clam Slam.
The clam.
wow.
That's what she wanted to call it, man, and it just got vetoed. You know, I
I
don't
can
blame
see
her.
why. Yeah, that's wow.
Yeah, I don't want
very
my daughter
aggressive.
wearing a Clam Slam shirt at fucking 9. You know what I mean? Like,
Then don't buy it for her.
well, I mean, don't market it to her because then she's gonna see Nikita. Mom, Dad, she does a split. And
Yeah,
it's
and then you're
awesome.
a good parent. You say no.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm a good parent. I always say yes to my daughter.
Oh my gosh. But yes, that team. But here's the thing. I don't watch NXT very often. However, I watched it this past weekend.
Oh, you
Or
did?
this past week,
Oh,
and
thoughts.
they're building tension now between those two. So because Zoe Stark is starting to show like this kind of
Arrogance?
aggressive,
Arrogant.
not arrogant, but
No.
just very aggressive. Like, I'm kind of done with the bullshit. You know
Well,
what I
she's
mean? So
getting serious.
she's getting really aggressive, and Nikita's like, "Whoa, like chill. You ain't got to fucking beat her head on the table 15 times. Like, you can pin her in the ring." Because she fought Indy Hartwell. Zoe did.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yo, bitch, what do you like?" She didn't say bitch, but she's like,
Yeah,
"Yo, chill, like, goddamn, you chill out. Like, you're over here, you don't got to be stomping her like this." Well,
See-
anyway, that shit ended up costing Zoe the match because she was basically like, "Yo, chill, and then finally, bam, shit happens, and then fucking Indy wins. So now they're kind of like beefing a little bit.
see, but I've always liked Zoe Stark, and I felt like her being a mean, nasty Gina from Martin would be great.
She's got to stay healthy, man.
Well, I mean, she got to stop breaking her legs. Yeah, I mean,
she starts getting hot and starts getting on a run, and then,
and then
bam.
meniscus or ACL
dude.
or MCL or all
So-
three. We'll talk about that later.
But yeah,
All right. So yeah, that was the women's tag match. Your next on the card was a cage match, which is out of place because that was more towards the end.
no, it
But-
wasn't. It's right there.
Oh, it was right there. So okay.
This is in order of the show right here.
Okay. So next up, we had a cage match with Drew McIntyre
I
and
believe.
Karrion Kross. Involving all types of mayhem, Drew going over in the cage, escaping, finding his way out, and retaining his legacy as the greatest Scottish warrior on God's green earth.
Living, I guess.
Thoughts?
I really still enjoy this program.
Mike's happy that it's going on as long as it has been. They're not moving away from it.
Right. They've been
Just build the story for a while, man. Like, it's okay to let them kind of beat up on each other back and forth. If they're not, like, if Drew's not in a title program, what do you got to do?
established.
Right here.
Establishing right here.
Heavy metal Drew. I'm ready for it.
I know,
Medieval
it's-
metal Drew.
Medieval metal. I
Yeah,
like it.
shout out to the drones too,
Without
showing
the
all those
sword.
swords and stuff.
Without the sword.
Oh, you don't like the sword?
No, I don't need to bring that shit out every fucking time.
It should be on fire.
That's why he's moving it to his T-shirt now. You know,
I think the sword should be on fire.
a fire sword.
Just comes out with the sword on fire.
Hey there.
Starts just charging down to the ring, Braveheart style.
Oh, if he trips like
Oh no!
Titus.
Can't run with swords, dude. Can't run with swords.
Dude, he almost decapitated a person for real.
Yeah.
He swung that shit around so fast.
That was
and hard.
Madcap.
Had Madcap
Yeah, Madcap
not
almost
moved, he would
lost
have been
his...
decapitated.
Yeah,
I felt like he
because-
damn near cut his ponytail off, dude.
Bro, he was so close to hitting him. Had he not ducked in the timing of it all. Oh.
Yeah, we would have had a John Morrison incident.
Oh.
He tried to cut off his shoulder.
Oh my god!
You remember that? He slammed it onto his shoulder, and it's. He's like,
Oh, that
that's...
was dude.
I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I'm not a fan of Karrion Kross's wife being involved in every little thing he
I
does.
love it, man. When she sat there and she maced Drew, maced the ref.
She maced the ref. Yeah, that was good.
That was great. You know what that ref did? Fall and pray.
It's only a matter of time before she starts wrestling because she actually.
You think so?
She's a trained wrestler. Like she was wrestling before Karrion was.
And they kept her after they let him go for a little bit.
Well, see, that's where they fucked up initially because they didn't bring her along with them. So, like, I get it,
Yeah.
but I'm like, you're doing a lot, though. Like, she's cheating a lot.
So who steps up for Drew in that position?
His sword.
Wow. So he's gonna
He's got to
he's gonna impale,
stab somebody.
He's gonna impale her.
That's
with
the
his,
end game.
Yeah.
He's gonna impale her with his sword. Huh?
Not her.
That's what I just
With
said.
his
What's
mother.
Karrion.
Well, that's what he named it after.
What's the name?
Angela.
Angela.
I thought it was like Edna.
Edna Mole.
Dewdrop.
Oh.
She's Scottish. Isn't she Scottish? Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so is he.
Yeah, her and Piper. I mean, yeah. Dude,
That'd be a cool way to establish her and just be like, I've known her since she was,
I've known her
Scuttle
since
Piper.
she was Piper, right?
Yeah. And then you
I
can,
know.
then you can reintroduce her name.
They're doing that. Hey,
to
Triple
Now-
H, rename Piper back to Piper, please. Thanks.
See, if it was me, if I had the pencil, I would bring up fucking what's her name from NXT? Alba Fire.
Fire.
I'd bring her up and team her with Dewdrop because they're both Scottish.
Or you bring her up to help Drew.
I mean, yeah, you got plenty of options.
Yeah, you got some good options.
I mean, they don't have to be Scottish. or
I do
whatever,
like
but-
Yeah.
the Dewdrop a little bit because it's like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Like, hey, clash. But I think Alba Fire would fit the mold a little bit better as far as wrestling capabilities go.
Could you imagine Alba Fire and fucking Dewdrop come down to the ring and they're slamming like Guinness beer?
Yeah, they'd be the bar.
It would be so cool.
We are the bar. We're the new bar.
It'd be great
you don't want to be
characters.
the new nothing.
I mean, they do have the scary Cross back, Nikki Cross.
The Viking.
Crazy Cross.
Oh yeah, that's
cool.
right.
That'd be a cool faction, actually, right there.
Oh, whoa, a women's faction.
We don't see it enough, man. There should be more. There should be more women's factions out there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sweet because she's all psycho again, wearing leather and whatnot.
Yeah,
Dewdrop wears the leather jacket.
It's a lot to take in. I like
and they all kind of, they're all around the
I like
same
that.
age.
Yeah.
They all grew up in the same area, so they've had to have crossed paths in the Indies multiple times.
Yeah, they
And they
grew up.
just
They grew up together.
They grew up together. And they just start taking out they just, like how Nikki came in and just beat the shit out of all the girls and the ladies in the main event.
Because here's the deal, man. Like, as far as damage control goes, all the members are legit, but you wouldn't picture them all together. But it works, man. You know what I mean? if you get these girls that come up together and they're like, we've been a fucking family since day one, however you want to spin it.
Ooh, yeah, they could do it that way because then it's almost like you think you're a faction. Ha ha ha.
We've been traveling the world together for the last 10, 15 years. Yeah, man, that would be cool.
Well, we're
It would
fantasy
be.
booking like
Yeah,
a motherfucker
totally,
at this point.
totally.
Yeah, there's
We're
a
the
territory.
bloodline from Scotland.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of Finland, on the other hand, no, he's not Finnish. He's Scottish as well.
Finnish?
No, he's not.
What is he?
Finn?
Finn, yeah.
He's Finnish.
Isn't he like from Ireland?
Irish.
He's Ireland.
Isn't he from Ireland?
I think he's from Ireland.
He's Finnish. Finn
Balor's
is
Finnish.
That's being namist.
AJ Mitchell's AJ-ish.
Yeah, well, I am. Trust me. So, Judgment Day and the OC. AJ Styles, Finn Balor on the opposite sides. Wow.
I think they should just all link up and be one big giant group.
No.
No, I don't think so. I mean, that would be hilarious. But no.
The only thing I have to say is I really, really do enjoy the Judgment Day. I'm just ready for Rhea to kind of wrestle.
Start establishing
Yeah,
herself
like
again.
wrestle again. She needs to kind of stay out of the middle. Like they have enough people to cause fuckery on the outside of the ring and all that. Like she can still be out there, but I'm ready to see her in matches too. I'm like not just on the sidelines. Like kudos to them for keeping her on TV while she was injured and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now she's back. It's like I don't need to see her wrestling in NXT. I want to see her insert herself somewhere into the women's division at this point. You know what I mean?
She's the
Yeah.
strongest. She is the being established as the strongest woman on the roster. But here's the deal: she's been beating up guys all this time, and
Well, that's
I'm
what
like,
I'm saying.
That's
I'm
okay.
like, right? No, I'm like, hey, if you are slamming 300-pound men and hitting AJ Styles with a electric chair drop face plant, like you should be the world champion.
Well, and that's why it works so well because she's not even entertaining the thought of going for a title. But we all know when she does, it's going to be a fucking, oh shit, Rhea's going for the belt.
Maybe once Charlotte comes back.
Well,
No,
that,
see,
I mean,
I
because
don't-
I kind of want to see them, I want to see this Dominic thing through. And then once they're done with the Dominic thing and they get him really established and they don't need to do their thing anymore, then Rhea can be like, okay, it's time. I've been over here letting y'all bitches fucking go play cat fight or whatever you're doing, but I'm here now. I'm ready.
I think Rhea needs to beat Bianca. I think that's who should take the title off
that's a
Bianca.
great dude. That's a great
I
rivalry.
was just thinking that. Too.
Yeah, I don't think I think let Bianca beat Bayley as many times, and here's the deal: Bayley losing doesn't hurt Bayley, and we'll get to that match. Oh boy, we'll get to that match.
Yes, we will.
Oh, however, Bayley can bounce back from that. You know, her character is she's in that realm like Brock. You know, Brock can lose 10 matches in a row right now, and it's still fucking Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? So you can't count him out. But when it comes to who's gonna stop Bianca's tyranny, tyranny. Wow, who's gonna stop Bianca's?
Trying to
I
use
meant
some
to
big
say
words.
no. I tried to say title reign, but tyranny came into my mind. I'm like, holy shit.
Why?
Yeah, but whoever stops Bianca's title reign, because I think they need to have Bianca break some history, set some staples.
Well, she
there.
deserves it, dude. In my
Definitely.
opinion, she's been doing all the work.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we've been screaming from the rooftops. We need to establish more fucking real superstars.
Right, and
So
and let her
keep
have
on
a
going
nice,
with Bianca.
Yeah, let her have over a year title reign.
Fuck yeah, dude.
18, 19, 20 months.
Yeah.
I'm down for
Dude,
it.
think about how depleted the women's division is right now, but also how strong it is at the same time.
It's amazing.
Isn't it kind of crazy? Like we're gonna have, dude, Charlotte's gonna come back, and then we're gonna get fucking Becky back, and then at some point Sasha's got to come back and Naomi.
Yep.
Dude, we're about to fucking have a like legit greatest of all time
A real
women's
evolution.
It's almost like the 90s for men is like the women right now.
That's 100% true.
This-
like there's
the
just a lot
roster-
of high talent all at one time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
like the 02 to 04 WWE roster for the men. That's what the women's division looks like right now.
Yeah.
We got Hall of Famers upon Hall of Famers upon Hall of Famers everywhere. So we're in a great time.
Well, and since they're bringing the Evolution pay-per-view back, I think they're going to just continue to establish the women's division.
Well, they would have to
I
at this point.
really dig that, by the way. I mean, that should have been a thing going forward, but
Well, and I will say I'm glad they stayed consistent on the Judgment Day because I wasn't too sure about it at first. I'm like, this is kind of a random
yeah.
little pairing of people, but they've actually really made it work. You know,
They are like damn near undefeated. Like they are.
Well, dude, the whole thing with Edge too, when he brought them together, it's like, okay, all right, cool. I'm kind of curious on where it's going, and then all of a sudden, Edge is like, I'm out, and then it's like, oh my god, what? Finn's taking over.
It was
I think I'm already
I didn't
checked
feel
out.
like any one of them has taken over the group, though.
No,
I feel like
right.
they're almost like they're all
Yeah, they're all
taking
their
over
own.
individually. Like
They're just four badass people
Yeah.
brought together. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
they're
3
like,
badass
we're just
people
kicking the
brought
boss
together.
out because we just
And
wanna-
Dominic.
Look at it this way.
Dumb.
Finn's just the front man
No, I think it's
in the
Rhea.
band.
I think it's Rhea.
See, and I feel like Damien's the one talking the most. Like he's on the
See?
mic the most.
This
I
is
feel
good.
like Damien has the most presence out there.
Yeah.
It's Damien and Rhea. Those are the top two. Like Finn almost feels like an afterthought at this point.
Yeah.
Like he's there, which he helps establish it, but I don't see him as like,
Long term.
yeah, dude, I'm like Damian Priest and Rhea are the two to me that kind of are the backbone of this whole thing.
Well, and they already make sense in their role. I mean, which is kind of why Finn makes sense there too, because he's the demon in dark. You know, could you imagine him coming out with like a purple and black?
Well, I was
Demon?
just going to say, hopefully
Instead of the
we get
red?
a demon run again. That would be super.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that we need that to happen.
A demon run?
With
Well,
the
and here's the
purple and
thing.
black, that would be so sweet.
Well, dude, here's the
I
thing.
agree, but
When Finn
how
was
does
in the
that-
Indies and Finn was in New Japan, it wasn't like, oh, I'm bringing the demon. It was just, no, man, it's a big match. This is just an alter ego.
Yeah.
It's still Finn, but he's not. That's what I'm saying. Vince tried to basically separate the two characters, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we have Finn Balor, and then we have the demon, or the
Yeah.
Demon King, or whatever the fuck they want
That's
to
why
call
he was
it.
like, oh, he's possessed, and that whole thing was so stupid.
Oh, it was so bad.
Oh, him flailing.
No, that was so bad. But yeah, if they could just get back to that, where he just, like you said, it's a big match.
Big
he's just
matches.
Gonna make it extra.
Turning into the cowboy.
It's no different than like Macho Man with his damn coats with the fringe or whatever. It's just a more.
Yeah, it's
you know
just
what I mean?
yeah. You're bringing out just it's an alter ego.
More is more.
More, because more is more. When you want more, you just want more.
Ain't that
But yeah,
true?
shout out to the Judgment Day. They're actually
But AJ
starting to really
Styles
grow
in
on
the
me.
OC is, you know.
I am glad OC is back though. Having the Gallows and Anderson back, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They are a well-oiled machine.
Again, bring all the fucking legit tags over.
Well, they've
I'm
pretty
here
much
for
been
it.
working the entire time they were released.
They were the champs.
Yeah.
They were the Impact champs for
Yep.
fucking ever.
Good for
Yep.
them.
They were on AEW with them too.
All 8 viewers seen it.
Yeah, they were there where nobody knows your name.
All right.
All right, moving on.
All right,
We got the Giants fighting Giants.
Yeah.
Strowman versus
Okay.
Omos.
Can I interject here?
Sure.
Please, please.
All right. It's kind of one of the matches I didn't care for, and I really felt this is where the United States title could have been if they would have had it. They didn't have either one, Intercontinental or United States, on.
Oh, so
actually.
take the Giants match out and put a title
Yeah.
match in.
Put a title match in.
They couldn't though because Ali's not going over there.
I personally
Ali's not
thought he
hit.
meant this match should have been for the Intercontinental.
No,
I was
no.
like, take his mic.
Take Mike's mic, goddammit.
No,
I'm
and I
just saying,
agree.
neither one of the titles that
Yeah, because Nakamura and Gunther was on SmackDown.
Nakamura and Gunther or
Or
Rey Mysterio?
Nakamura. I'm a fucking asshole. Rey Mysterio and Gunther was on SmackDown. so-
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been better there. I wonder what their reasoning was for not going.
Who knows? But so basically Strowman power slammed Omos for the pin. That's all I got to say about that.
Yep.
So the Usos, they are the tag team champions, and they fought the Brawling Brutes.
Well, we knew that they were going to win. First of all, Usos all day. I was sad Sammy didn't show up, but I get it. They did try to start a little thing with. Well, I guess we could wait till later, but it was a very oozy pay-per-view.
Ooh, ooziness.
I felt the ooziness.
Oh,
It's
The
oozy.
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 That's
Not
what I was
oozy.
trying. That's what I was trying to say. It just
Ew.
Oozy is not the same. That's gross.
And deadly.
Oh.
But yeah, they retained, had a decent match.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
almost like at this point in time, the Usos are kind of incapable of having a bad match. They could fight air and it would be good.
So the big thing about this whole thing, though, is that main event Jey Uso has a fractured wrist, and is went for an MRI. I believe either today or Monday. If that is the case, the Usos are going to possibly be going out on injury.
Well, potentially.
Right.
But I could still have, like, appearance.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could keep them in if I wanted to.
Exactly.
Okay.
But here's the deal. They have a tag team title match this week on SmackDown with the former WWE Tag Team Champions, The New Day. Now, this is a title match. And this match is also 1 day away from them breaking the record and being the official all-time leaders of the tag team longest reign division.
Give it to him.
What, the New Day or to Usos?
No, keep the Usos the champs, man.
Yeah,
Fuck
let
it.
him have it. Let
But
him
if
have
he's
it.
injured...
Well, we'll see. I mean, how injured is he?
It's a wrist.
Yeah, we just got those just laying around, right?
I mean, you can tape that shit up.
I mean, they can still be on TV, and he could have surgery or whatever he needs. And if it's a fractured wrist, I don't know. It just depends, bro.
Yeah.
It depends.
I mean,
Yeah, the 30-day rule doesn't exist
it's
anymore.
not like you can't walk. It's not like it's a foot injury like CM Punk. I mean, that was debilitating.
I
Like,
know.
completely debilitating.
He curled up in the fetal position, like
So grabbing
Cry
the
talk.
wrong foot.
He said 100%, but not the normal 100%. No, I think, I mean, I don't know how much the injury is going to affect it, but I knew they were going to win. That was just like an unsaid little thing.
that's kind of how I felt too. I was like, no way, the Brutes are gonna win this match.
Now, this next match, however,
Yeah,
I was
you wanna talk
unsure
about unsaid.
of who was going to win, to be honest.
You want to talk about unsaid? It is unsaid not to use a golf cart in a match. It is unsaid.
This match was very, very,
was a
very
fucking
clunky, dude.
This was like the Roadrunner versus the Coyote. I mean, it was ridiculous, bro.
but just way, way worse acting. It was not
Why
good.
was Bailey on the top of the cart when she just... I thought she was going to, like, slam on the brakes and let her, like, slide off.
That's what I thought
And then
too.
she's just like, let me casually come to a stop. And then she grabs her hair, and it's like this whole thing. It was just
and then
very,
she
like,
kills Bailey. Then she kills Bailey because Bailey misses the table. Remember?
Yeah.
No,
The table that was scored, by the way.
But yeah, the table didn't break, but Bailey hits that. I know what that feels like for a table not to break.
Dude, it's
Bro.
it was a pretty clunky match, dude. I wasn't really a fan of it at all, even up to the point when Bailey got in the cart and was like charging at Bianca, and she's doing like 2 miles an hour, and Bianca's having to stand there and act like, oh, we'll go, oh, you're coming, like trying to dodge it. She's like dodging air, dude, and then she slams on the brakes, like, dude. I'm sorry, man, but the whole match was that way to me. I felt like they did way, way, way too much.
There were a couple of good
did
spots
way
in
too
there.
much.
I'm not going to shit on the whole thing. The spot of the Bailey on the stage, bro. She Bailey her to, like the life out of her. So that was one big thing. Then, of course, I'm not going to say so much about the ending because the ending, that was just trash. I mean, I'm
It
sorry.
was, dude, the whole...
It didn't go the way I had thought it would in my mind.
It's like all the things you did in that match, and you're going to pin her, quote-unquote, pin her down. Oh, God.
She couldn't get out.
She couldn't get out of the ladder, guys. Like, who was the agent for this match? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
You just go like this, and then you're out.
It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. Yeah, that match, I wasn't a fan of that match, dude, and I'm really glad it did not start the show because that would have been
A
kind of clunky.
disappointment.
Yeah. So,
All right, well.
Bianca retained. I don't like that. I'm ready for Bailey.
No,
Ready for a Bailey run.
Nope, not until Rhea beats.
I don't have to be Rhea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be.
No, I mean Bianca can get it back, and then
I think it would have been a good chance for Bailey to get it, even if she lost it Monday or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I get it. You're probably letting Bianca have it and whatever.
I
Moving
kind
on.
of zoned out on this match, really, to tell you the truth.
it was easy to zone out on, dude.
Yeah.
Yo,
I mean,
when the golf cart came out, I'm like, oh, they're gonna go for a crazy spot right here.
And then
Nope.
And then it was just like,
let's
dude,
casually drive this.
Bum, bum, ba, bum.
She revved it up. She was. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Love it.
That was great.
All right.
All right, so then we had the Bray Wyatt interview at Crown Jewel before the
Didn't
main
need
event.
They're not doing anything. And here, let's talk about the main event of the pay-per-view, and then we'll talk about fucking Bray.
Yeah, you want to riot?
We'll riot Wyatt.
We'll riot.
All right, so Roman retains over Logan Paul.
Bro,
never thought that was a question. Always thought that was going to be the finale.
But
however,
what a match, bro!
What a match is right. That was actually the best one, for sure.
And
of the show.
I don't know who the fuck said it. I don't know who was on commentary for that match, but they said Logan Paul is the greatest 3-match athlete I've ever seen in my entire life, and it was like, who the fuck said that?
It was Corey. I think it was Corey Graves.
I think it was Barrett.
I thought Barrett too.
Was Barrett and Cole?
I think it was Barrett.
Barrett and Cole were the main event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, then it was Barrett.
Yeah, so, okay. But yeah, he said for him to only have 3 matches, dude, that's his 3rd match on television to do what he did. And granted, Roman did a lot for him. Don't get me wrong. Like Roman.
I mean, but dude, honestly, the social media spot was so good.
And, dude, and it was shot well. Like,
incredibly well.
Dude, he nailed everything on there. That's an incredible video.
He even got a video of fucking Roman on the way down to him.
Yeah.
And then
it was perfect.
Dude, yeah.
And then once he hits, you hear, oh, God, oh. And then it rolls over, and there he is.
His experience as a vlogger
there.
is like...
Yeah.
Came in handy there for sure. I'm not lying, dude.
He knows how to use a camera.
Because, he's like this, and then he does the whole, and then, he's jumping. He hits Roman on the way down. It's perfect, dude. It was
Austin
like
Theory ain't got shit on Logan Paul.
Yeah.
With the phone, you mean?
Yeah, dude. That was a
owned
beautiful
it.
shot. And they did them side by side, too. Plus, the jump and everything was perfect. He landed on him perfectly. I thought it was like...
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, just think, he started the match at the top of the arena. You know what I mean?
Now, so what's your opinion about that? Having just 3 matches for how far
dude, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good. But here's the thing. He's a lifelong fan, so he gets it. You know what I mean? He already understands on a psychology level. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, this is the presentation. He's in great shape. He's very athletic. He's a bigger dude than you would think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Logan Paul, if he really sticks to it,
he could be really good.
That motherfucker could be a world champion. Him and Riddle could be fighting for a world title one day. I'm just saying.
But didn't he get hurt, though?
Yes, and that is the thing. I was going to bring that up.
That's my thing about this whole 3-match.
Ding, ding, ding.
He's doing all the high-flying shit in only 3 matches and has torn his meniscus, his ACL, and what else was it? MCL, yeah, you're right.
Nice.
Sorry, I can't. It's just stupid to me. Why would you do this much in a match? You don't need to.
Well, he does though.
You do have to.
He does because this is this is your 3rd match on TV, and you're fighting in the main event against quite possibly the greatest of all time.
And not only that, it's a title match on top of it all.
Yeah,
and everybody knows he's going to lose.
Well,
here's
he could have got that one lucky
shot.
Jesus,
not when you tear your ACL.
And here's the deal: it was a major pay-per-view. It wasn't like it wasn't in your house.
Do you guys could you say when he injured himself?
I did not see it.
Well, apparently
I'd have to go back and watch it again.
It was the jump.
Gotcha.
Well, if that's the case, that would make a lot of sense because he didn't have any problems before that. You know what I mean? Kind of jumping around. And
you should have had that match without that spot.
I don't know, man.
It was a great spot.
I think that I don't think he did anything wrong. It was just one of those really unfortunate things where we're in the era now where people are going to just get hurt, and that's just the way it is. So hopefully they have people in the background kind of getting ready to go.
It probably was unfortunate circumstances, to be honest. I don't think he was doing anything outside of his realm of abilities, if that makes sense, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No,
he nailed
and also,
it,
kudos to him because I didn't even know he fucking hurt himself until we heard about it after the fact.
Exactly.
You would have never fucking known that otherwise.
And as somebody that has torn their ACL,
dude,
and meniscus, I haven't torn my MCL yet. Knock on fucking wood.
Well, you might be doing your Jeff Hardy shit.
We'll see. But I'm telling you, man, that shit is hard to come back from. So, and it's painful. From me tearing, Kimmy, you seen it? You seen it firsthand when I did it, and fucking, I couldn't even pick my leg up. I was
not
sitting on
laughing
the,
at that. I'm
I was
sorry.
sitting on the ground and I couldn't even lift my leg. That's how fucking. And this motherfucker's over here jumping off top ropes and flipping and.
Oh, trust me, I know.
He did a buckshot lariat better than motherfucking Hangman, bro.
Well, he loves it and he's really trying, you know what I mean? And I think
Yeah.
that's why he's to Mr. B's
trying.
point, I think that's why he's going above and beyond and doing too much, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Because he's like, well, I have to prove to everybody, including myself, that I'm supposed to be here. It's not just some celebrity match. Like, I want to fucking wrestle.
He does belong there, by
Yeah.
the way. He does belong there.
We were all giving him shit at first, but dude, I mean, I will admit in the 3 matches he has had, they've been all very good.
Now, when his heel turn hits and he goes actual heel, it's going to be great because he's not going to change his character. He's just going to change the fucking direction and change the projection of who he's talking to. And everybody's going to boo the shit out of him. It's going to be great.
Well, and then they brought his brother out.
Oh,
And then Solo Sequoia came out. So they might...
Sequoia.
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 Isn't that
You
a tree?
fucking tree.
It was named after a car.
Solo Sequoia. But yes. And then Solo came out, so I thought that was really good too.
So are they going to have a match? Is that going to be a thing?
Well, I thought they were almost leaning towards like a tag team type thing too, so it could go either way.
Are they going to do the Bloodline versus Jake and Logan and
The
some
bloodline
other
versus
people?
the Paul line.
I mean, it could be Paul versus or Jake versus
Dude, I'm just going to tell you now.
Solo.
He better fucking work on his goddamn punches. That's all I know.
Oh.
Jake came out there and threw some motherfucking some feather bombs.
Maybe he's just the celebrity.
Those punches look like shit, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah.
All right, well.
Anyway,
Anyways, that was a pretty good match overall.
dude, way better than expected, right?
Yeah.
And he definitely gave Roman a little bit of a run for his money.
And I love the fact that Roman kind of sold it,
Yeah.
where he kind of, when he finally got him at the end, count, boom, 1, 2, 3, he just kind of kept looking at him like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Even all the way up the ramp, he's like kind of leaning on his boys trying to get up the ramp, and like he
I'm
was selling it,
trying.
man. That he was, yeah.
Yeah.
He fucking had to bring the fight to him. So good job on everybody. Very good main event.
Indeed.
So with that being said, that was the entire card.
Yeah, definitely.
What would you grade this program?
A B.
Give it a B.
I
Solid
give
B.
it a B. Just solid B. Straight
Okay.
up B.
I was
No
I
plus,
was
no
thinking
minus.
C plus for me.
C plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with you, Kimmy. You make me wake up at 10 fucking o'clock in the morning for this shit.
It could have been better.
Right.
It could have been a lot better.
See, I was kind of in the C plus B minus range as well, because I thought all the matches were good except for fucking Bianca and Bailey. I did not. That was the worst match of the whole card to me, and I felt like it's been one of the better programs that they've been telling the story of. Though, it was just one of those events where it's like unfortunate that the blow off was not like, you know what I'm saying?
It was Mario Kart.
It was just, yeah. I don't know. I don't want to keep harping on it, but it was just not good.
So I say C plus, you say C plus, B overall, B minus.
Yeah, we'll say B minus.
So-
Yeah.
Overall B, I guess.
All right,
Average.
not bad. Not bad.
I would give her streets. There's C pluses and B minuses, right? Yeah.
Or just a straight B. That's what I'm saying. If we did C plus, they did B like minus and straight up B. It was probably just B average.
Maybe a B minus.
Yeah, I was thinking that B minus average.
2 C's, 2 B's.
Yeah, B. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, okay.
So there you go.
Not terrible. Not terrible.
Yeah, speaking of
You know
B's,
what's it's a total F.
Yeah, dude.
for
Do
front
it.
door.
Do it.
Bray
Or
Wyatt
just fail.
every fucking week doing the same shit over and over. Oh my god, it's Lacey Evans all over again.
Yeah, dude.
It's Lacey Evans all over again, trying to be emotional.
It's the same
This
promo.
is a real me.
Every
and then I'm
week.
gonna get cut off by either the music or Uncle Howdy or some other fucking person.
Bing, bing,
So fucking weird.
bing, bing, bing. That's what you hear.
Yeah, dude. It's like, God. Oh, and by the way, still announcing it right before he comes on every fucking time as if I need an announcement for a video package or an announcement
know.
for him to just come out there and
Up next.
say the same thing he just said in the video package last week.
It's starting to get very like, grovel for me or fucking
You almost feel bad for me type of
yeah, I need your sympathy, feel bad, but they keep doing the same shit over and over to the point where we're like, okay, dude, this is
Like, are you
we're
going to
over
interject yourself into a match at some point? Or are you going to try to...
Well, I thought that's what he was going to do on the pay-per-view was like, hey, I'm back, I'm here, I'm going to stake my claim, basically.
Have a squash match?
No, just say, this is what I'm here for. I want the world title or whatever the fuck it is.
Or just show up in the middle of someone's match.
We're
Whatever.
not gonna see Bray wrestle for a little bit.
Then we need to fucking figure something out because this shit's getting lame, dude. Like,
and then we still don't know who Uncle Howdy is. Like,
he's shown up now
introduce the
multiple
other characters
times.
then.
It's they
Not just
got to
Bray.
figure something out, dude.
I don't think Bray will have a program until after Survivor Series.
Dude,
What's the point,
nobody's
then?
gonna. Then here's what happens again. Bray Wyatt falls flat yet again.
Yep, exactly.
He'll build and be, dude. It's like pull the fucking trigger, pull the trigger, and they just don't pull the trigger.
It's character establishment. That's what they're trying to do.
Well, it's character
I'm not saying
deflating.
He's
bro.
already established, though.
It's character deflating.
I mean, he is, but he isn't. And what I mean by established is that he hasn't. He created. If this was the Fiend coming back, if this was Husky Harris coming back, if this was Bray Wyatt, the Swamp Captain, Swamp Captain.
Okay, look.
Those are characters that are
Mankind
established.
had 3 very distinctive characters.
Mhm. But he was consistent.
Why does Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
have like 19,000 iterations of every fucking character?
Because he's crazy.
Dude, it's too much, dude. So I'm trying to get to know the real Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy and the fucking scarecrow looking person and the fucking Sister Abigail and like, oh my God. How about just you're doing a lot and you're like, but it's also the same. Like, you're not giving us anything different.
If it was something different, like if it felt like it kept leading to something,
A mask,
then it would feel
a mask reveal for another mask. Gives a fuck.
And
It's
then,
so
and
annoying
then that
at
was
this
2
point.
weeks. That's been like a couple weeks now. We've
Yeah,
been dealing
dude.
with that. So it's like, okay, well, okay. Now you said the same thing. Oh, thank you, fans, and oh, you're the real reason. And then he gets cut off, and then it goes to Uncle Howdy.
Well, and let me
it
ask
says,
you
and then
this.
they basically say the same shit over and over.
Like, the lead up to his character was great. How would you feel if every single week the QR code they were giving us was totally the same? Exact same thing every fucking week. You'd be like, okay, why even bother looking, right?
Right.
But you wanted to go see what that QR code was saying because it was different every week and giving you something new and something to look forward to. And now that he's on TV, they're not doing that really.
It's been like it's already gotten kind of stale for me.
Yeah.
And then it takes them 15 minutes to get into the fucking ring.
Oh my God, dude, that is the most annoying part about it. Truly,
It's like very like it's a very narcissistic like variation. I feel like because that's what it feels like is he's wanting all this admiration and all this shit, and then basically Uncle Howdy shows up and goes, "Hey, dude, you know that's not why we're here. We're here to like kill people. Basically, we're gonna take fucking souls."
The only thing he said different last week was, or this most recent week, was saying that he's, from a prestigious family of wrestling and trying to bring family into it a little.
Yeah, and he's like, and I had to be the best of all of them. And then the fucking crowd started.
Saudis was like, you are.
Yes, you are. Yes, you. Okay.
His daddy wrestled Hogan at WrestleMania. It's nothing serious.
Yeah.
That did happen.
That did happen for a title,
Sure was.
and they won.
Sure did.
Hogan just came back out later on and body slammed Yoko, and he didn't body slam him, but he leg dropped him. Anyway.
They just need to get on with the story real quick. Like, I'm kind of
I'm ready for them to figure out. Like, okay, we're at the fork in the road. Like by this time next week, we should be, or I should say this time next week, we should be like, okay, we have a direction.
Well, and yet again, for someone who's so mysterious, why do they keep announcing he's coming up next? It just is bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's falling flat for me. So it's super falling flat. I don't know about you. I don't know if it's still building for you.
I mean,
or
I'm
you,
still-
Mr. B. I'm kind of. It's falling flat for me.
I'm still interested. It's Bray, so you got to give him a chance a little bit. A lot of times, things that start off real like wind up being some of the best shit you'll ever see. New Day, that was a year of, oh my God, why?
That was terrible. That was really bad.
That was really bad. But then it became, we told you suck, to the point where you're like, you know what, we do. And we're going to embrace the sucking.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They rolled with the fucking fans.
Right.
They were smart enough to hear the fans, and they're like, this is not getting over. We need to fucking turn heel.
Here's the deal. Tell me how it's not getting over with the fans. They still cheer for him. They still have response to him. For the people,
I'm just saying, like, speaking for me.
Well, yeah, I get it.
And Kimmy speaking for herself. There's got to be more than just us out there with the same feeling, and it's like,
I agree.
Yes, of course. When you see Bray, you're like, great, Bray's here, cool.
Right.
But now what?
But now where are we going? Because it's the same shit over and over. Like you said, Lacey Evans. You're giving me the same fucking promo every week. And every time you're on TV, it's the same shit. It's not leading to anything.
Well, no one's coming out and interjecting him in any way or challenging him in any way. Let it be the other way around. Be like, oh, you're back, motherfucker? Let's do this.
It's the CM Punk thing, too. It's the same thing where CM Punk came back and just for like, I don't know what, 3-4 fucking weeks in a row is just,
I know, guys,
just
I'm
kissing
back.
the fans' ass.
I know. I'm back. I know.
Oh, I'm so great.
I
Look
got
at
ice
me.
cream for you.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it's getting very.
First of all, that was awesome, and I wish I was there because I would have loved some ice cream sandwiches. That's just personal.
You
It's
would have tried
getting
to
to the
resell
yeah.
it for
I
fucking...
definitely would have tried to resell the shit out of that.
But I agree with you, bro. It's getting to the point now where it's like, okay, what's next, though?
Like let's fucking pick up the
like,
pace
we
here.
already had the lead up to you coming back for weeks with the fucking QR codes.
And now you're back.
all-
Now what?
And now you're doing more lead up for what?
Well,
like,
it's
so
yeah,
weird.
He's
it's
gotta
time to
introduce
start
everybody.
peppering in like the little pieces now because, like we said, he did the thing with Alexa, and Alexa kind of sold it. So it's like, well, hopefully that's going somewhere now.
Right.
Well, and that's why I think Liv Morgan is acting the way she is. All of a sudden, she's just crazy person and just psycho laughs for everything she does every fucking time. It's like, okay,
And Rowan's
that's
got to be
getting old,
coming
too.
back. His
How'd you do that? Live laugh again?
No,
though?
no.
She said, "I'm laughing."
But yeah,
Fucking too much.
let's pick up the pace. Let's get this thing going. I like long-term storytelling, but
Oh, I thought you were talking about the podcast for a
No,
second.
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
Bray
I'm
Wyatt,
like,
man.
okay. Well, then next week.
Anyway.
Well, speaking of new, SmackDown introduced something new this week. They said that they're going to be starting in the weeks to come the SmackDown World Cup tournament. I'm curious.
What
I'm
is it?
curious.
A
yeah.
World Cup for what?
For a cup.
Now, is this going to be kind of like when they did the Mae Young Classic and
Yeah, I
the
think
fucking
that's-
and even the Cruiserweight Classic or whatever, when
Right.
they just brought in a bunch of, I don't want to say no names, but
They're not bringing
higher-
back the fallopian tube trophy, are they? Because that was like the
Wow.
worst thing of all time.
the Mae Young Classic hasn't been done. Wait, did they do 2 of them or 1 of them?
I think they just did one. No, yeah.
No, I
They're-
think it was too.
Anyway,
The fallopian.
I want to say I felt like it was
I'm
two.
crying.
Maybe it was 2, but
literally
yeah.
what it looked like.
It damn sure did.
Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We got to get some more information.
They did
just
a battle
announced
royal
it.
for the fallopian. For the fallopian.
are they taking after fucking AEW now? They're just putting tournaments and random things in for
Well, I
no
just want to
reason.
know what the World Cup went. Yeah,
Yeah, what are they winning
we need
exactly?
more details.
It's
We'll
probably
just
going to
need-
be like the Kuwaiti Cup and the shit like that.
The what?
You remember the back in the day, like Ahmed Johnson won the Kuwaiti Cup? Yeah, it's probably like the same shit. They're just not going to have it like a belt.
No, it's going to
For
be
what?
a trophy. But what I'm just saying is it's almost like winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, it's just
what
yeah.
what do you get?
I'm sorry.
A trophy.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's just such a fucking name. Like, oh my god,
I was like, what did I say? what
it's
happened?
such a long name for God's sake.
Yes.
Jesus.
So it's the SmackDown World Cup Tournament of Champions.
Jesus
Tournaments.
Christ.
Of League of Champions.
League of Champions.
What
League
do
of
they get?
Nations.
Well, tell them what they won, Johnny. I
You
have
win
no
a big ass can of nuts.
idea. Your prize is on TBD.
TBD. Oh, you tag with TBD to
Oh,
go
there
for
we
a
go.
championship? I love it. I
Oh, a
would do it.
championship. You don't know TBD. We don't know what they're gonna get.
Well, TBD already has like so many titles.
Well, yeah.
well, no, vacant. is
That
the
just sounds like
overall.
something you need to get treated for. Yeah.
TBD?
TBD.
TBD.
I mean, you know, it's Tuesdays, baby.
It's the fear of the
Tuesdays.
unknown.
Oh shit.
TBD. Speaking of TBD,
Yeah.
Bianca Montez. We just found out they're having a show on Hulu.
Coming out in 2023.
2023. I mean, you guys interested?
I mean, I think
am,
it's
yeah.
gonna. I think them as a couple is really entertaining. Just like I like watching the Miz and
Oh,
Mrs.
Maurice.
and
Yeah.
I also got into watching, the Bella Twins and all that stuff when they had their own show. So it's, to me, I like seeing the background stuff.
Yeah, there's a
Plus,
market.
it might push Montez towards his solo career.
Yeah, I'm ready for a solo Montez run.
Wow, they didn't even like have, the full
Bro,
cup of coffee.
they've been the hottest tag team in WWE for a while.
And
like,
they just don't want to pull the trigger on letting him, They had to give the Usos both fucking championships. Now there's nothing left for anyone else. So it's like, where else can he go from here? You know what I mean?
NXT. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, stop it. NXT.
No, I mean, look, right now they're at the height. They could both separate, and they could even come back at a later point in time.
They
you know
don't
what I
even
mean?
have to like be not friends. They could just,
Yeah, do the New Day route where like
Yeah.
homeboy gets hurt and he's like, "Look, man, I'm not wrestling. I'm not gonna be wrestling for a while. Go do you until I get back, man. Like, fuck it. There's no sense in you being here. They could easily tell that story.
Totally.
And then Montez comes back and then he fucks him for a title or something.
Oh,
And we got a built-in story right there.
I think the show will be
Give
good.
me that belt.
I like them as a couple, so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it'll be all right. And plus, we get to see Bianca be a seamstress. So, it'll be
And
great.
then we're gonna get to see her without her fucking braid too on a consistent basis. So I think this is gonna lead to
Well, you can too if you follow her on Instagram and shit.
well, exactly. But this will be like
do
on
you
a
follow her
mainstream
Instagram?
Of course, yeah.
And have
I
you
do.
seen her without the braid?
Well, yeah, of course.
all the
Yeah.
time.
It's just a hairstyle. It's not like it's like permanent.
Right. That's what people don't
Have you
get.
seen me with a ponytail? What
Right.
about without?
I've seen
I
you.
know.
I've seen you with a long ass
Crazy.
braid. It was crazy.
That's not true, but
Hey, look, you were on your own against the world. I was like, hey,
back in the day, yeah.
So speaking of on your own against the world,
oh shit, it's that time.
Who's on their
again.
own against the world this week in the MACKDOwn
Well,
Fantasy?
did we
don't
get
have
the
all the
Rampage?
points, though.
Did we get the Rampage
Yes.
results?
with an S.
So,
Here, we'll do this live on the air. Where's my phone?
Britt Baker had 7.
On
There it
Rampage,
is.
right?
There it is.
Yes.
Mr. B was
No
like,
one else had any other points.
Wow.
No Moxley, no,
No
Castagnoli.
Moxley, no Castagnoli, no
Motherfuckers.
Acclaimed,
It's okay.
no Hook either.
So Britt got 8 for the week.
She's on her own. On
Okay.
Rampage.
And that was it, right?
That's it.
Okay.
It was a very short show. Not much going on there.
So everybody else is good to go then. Okay. All right. The scores are official. And, wow. Guys, we got third, second, and first place are like bang, 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 all within 1 point.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the 2 on the outskirts.
I wonder who that is.
Well, to start it off, in last place, yours truly, me, with 10 points for the
Oh,
week.
hey, that's better than I thought you would get.
Yeah, I thought I was going to get in the negative, dude. I
Yeah.
was kind of worried there. And then in fourth place, Mr. B with 16 points.
Nice. Respectable.
And then we got Cam in third place with 24 points.
Okay.
And then we got AJ in second place with 25 points. And then Kimmy wins the week yet again.
Yeah.
26 points.
Is there some kind of award for like consecutive winnings of weeks?
Not yet. We can vote on it.
And I haven't won consecutively, but it's been pretty close. I've won a lot of weeks this quarter.
So for your 1 week stint with Sami Zayn, he got you -1 for the week.
This motherfucker.
And then Rhonda got me 0 for the week.
Wow.
So,
Wow, 0? Really? She came out for a promo.
but she missed the fucking pay-per-view.
And she still had it backstage, didn't she?
No backstage.
No backstage. It was just she came
just
out
came
with,
out with
Shayna.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, man.
Yep. But guess what? That all goes away next week because
Oscar and
our people are
fucking- yeah.
back. So they're fucking back.
Oh, that means Sammy and Rhonda are back in the pool
Yep.
for any other injury pickups.
So going to the quarter scores here.
Yes.
In last place, yours truly with 200 points. Yes.
Wow, there you go.
I breached the 200 point mark. And then we got Mr. B in fourth place with 204. Then we got AJ in third place with 255. Cam in second place with 321. And then Kimmy pulling away 360.
Oh, shit. Wow, that's a lot.
You're winning.
I'm. You all right over there, AJ? You just so sad that you're losing?
Yeah, this is pathetic.
welcome to the club.
No, I don't want to be in this club. Don't welcome me.
You're
Don't
in.
welcome
We got a
me.
shirt for you.
No.
Actually, you're already wearing it, so.
Yeah. You keep your fucking shirt. What do you mean I'm wearing it? My shirt says Team Goat over here, okay? This is not Team Goat of Oats over here.
It sounds like that to me.
Mr. B, I can't wait.
I'm ready for the fucking shakeup.
Yeah, I'm ready.
That's all.
Yeah, when is that
I care
happening?
about.
When is the next draft?
It's
No, the shakeup.
Royal Rumble, bro.
That's not the draft. That's,
Yeah,
no,
that's
you
the
keep-
mid-season draft.
But you keep people,
If you want.
or you can throw everybody back in, but you can still keep people.
If you want, yeah.
The draft is when nobody
You
has
can
no
keep,
points.
what do we say, you can keep two?
No, the
I
draft.
think the draft
everybody-
you can keep two, right?
Two.
No,
I
not
think
the
it's two.
draft.
Yeah.
Not our draft that we do at the
Bro,
beginning of the
yes.
season.
Okay, so SummerSlam, bro, is when you get to draft.
That's what I'm saying. Draft is the draft.
But we do a mid-season draft
Yeah, I'm
where
not talking about the midseason draft. I'm talking about the official, like, everybody's got 0 points and
Yeah,
we're starting
you-
this shit over with.
you go.
That's what I'm waiting
At
for.
the end of the second quarter is when that.
He wants to just skip ahead a whole year
Yeah, I just
because
wanna
he's
go
not
ahead
going to
and-
win the
yeah,
first
I'm not
quarter.
gonna win this. Yes, I'm just
This
ready
is
to
like
send it.
video games. He's
Win,
like, I'm
win,
going to
win.
sim ahead 50 years.
Yes, I'm wah.
I'm gonna quit the
Okay,
game.
okay.
Win, win,
I'm
win.
gonna put my diaper on and I'm gonna get my boba.
I mean, they did have some at Sam's Club, like in bulk, if you need them.
Hey, guess what? I can get them for free
Oh.
because you know
Nuh-uh, you just do oxygen.
we got diapers at the office. too.
Oh, that's not oxygen.
Well, we got DME there.
You do like the outgoing oxygen too? I didn't know that.
Out my ass.
Maybe some poop.
Poop air Winnie. I don't know why that came to my head. Jesus.
Poop air Winnie? What did you
Winnie
just
the
say?
Pooh Bear.
Oh, bother.
Oh, Bob.
I'm bothered by this conversation.
I'm delusional. All right. Dab. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Yes.
Dab it up.
Dab. Yes.
Dab
Dab
all
it
you
up.
want.
Dab all you want.
You know,
Good
if you're in
things,
AEW and backstage, you don't do this no more. Now it's all this. Now you just scissor all
They
over
did it in the
place.
World
Want a scissor?
Series.
Come on, you want a scissor?
They did it in the
They
World
did
Series.
scissor in the World Series.
Scissor me, Daddy.
I mean,
No,
that's
that's
a
not-
Tuesday thing.
Hey. So everybody, thank you. Hopefully you had fun today with us. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow at MACKDOWN Podcast.
At
MACKDOwn
Podcast.
And we will see you next time right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast.
That's the Stone Cold fucking. Oh hell
Dude,
yeah!
it looked like you had like a foot long.
Oh, that in your
I
mind.
cut it from the side and it was just
We
like-
already discussed last week. You're only supposed to have 6 inches at a time.
Oh my god,
That's
now
what
you're
they
just
say.
doing too much.
Because it's appalling to think
Appalling.
that somebody could eat a 12-inch at one time.
Appalling.
They are astonished. And all these
I
other
think
big
they
words
said
they
they
don't
were
know.
horrified. We were horrified to discover.
Yeah. And who, by the way, who the fuck eats Subway anymore? Jersey Mike's, man.
Yeah.
I was about to
Fucking
say, Subway's
Firehouse
pretty-
subs.
I'm not saying that I do, but Subway's pretty
Dude, here's the
popular.
thing though about Subway too. Like, there's that one Walmart that has the Subway in it. I think it's Monument.
Yes,
Possibly.
Yes.
And I walked in there and I was like, smells like fucking Subway in here. And then I looked to my right and there it is. I'm like, wow. Okay, it's weird that
It's like
Subway
a
has like its own
distinct smell.
distinctive like.
Well, it's got
weird
its own
bread
distinct
smell.
taste, smell. Like
Yeah.
all the subs taste the same. They
You
all
said
taste the
all
same.
the subs taste the same?
They do, man. They all have the same
They
fucking
just
similar.
changed all their subs, too.
Yeah,
Well,
like
they had
that-
to change their bread because apparently they had fucking the same material in yoga mats, the same chemical in yoga mats they had in their fucking bread,
No
and they got
wonder.
sued for it and lost.
That makes sense. I was feeling very strict.
So we're all full of cancer probably because of fucking Subway.
we're full of cancer.
Eat kind of fresh.